Alrighty, folks, we're now 8-0 with a push in our last 9 NFL tier package picks on my premium page. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my NFL free pick video here today for Week 8 in the 2024 season. Of course, if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Once again, folks, we are 8-0 with a push in our last 9 NFL tier package picks on my premium page. And if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get access to 3 premium NFL plays each and every week for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. They're going to be included with your membership. And with that, folks, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to take a look at the Vikings at the Rams, 8:15 Thursday night. Minnesota's -3, totals 48. The Vikings are 5-1 straight up, 5-1 against the point spread. Rams just 2-4 straight up, 1-5 against the number. And I really do think we could potentially have an over in this one. LA saw overs in 3 out of their last 5. That was overs against the likes of Chicago, San Francisco, and Arizona. Of course, both defenses with their fair share of struggles. The Rams allow over 151 yards a game on the ground, dead last in yards allowed per completion. And if you think this Rams secondary is bad, well, the Vikings on the other side, they're in the bottom 3 in yards per game through the air. They also saw overs in 2 out of their last 3. Overs against the likes of Detroit and Green Bay. Give me the over 48. All right, next matchup. Eagles-Bengals, 1 o'clock Sunday. Cincinnati is -3, totals 48. Half a point move toward the Bengals in this one. Open 2.5. Cincy's 3-4 straight up, 4-3 against the point spread. Philly 4-2 straight up, 3-3 against the number. Now, the Birds did get the W in 3 out of their last 4. Defense looked real good in those victories. They allowed just 10 points a game on average in those wins. When it comes to this pass rush, this Philly defense is 4th in the league in sacks. But it ain't just defense in South Philly. These guys definitely like to run the football. They're currently leading the NFC in rush yards per game. They're facing a shaky Cincinnati defense who allows 136 yards a game on the ground. When it comes to getting pressure, the Bengals average just 1.7 sacks a game. That's 27th in the NFL. Now, total-wise, the Bengals did see overs in 4 out of their last 6 games. Philly saw overs against the likes of the Bucs and Packers. Give me the Eagles +3, over 47.5. Next matchup, Cards-Fins, 1 o'clock East. Miami is -3, totals 46. Miami just 2-4 straight up, 1-5 against the point spread. Arizona 3-4 straight up, 4-3 against the number. Arizona saw the under cash in their last 3 straight, 4-1 of the under in their last 5. Meanwhile, the Dolphins on the other side saw all of their games this season stay under the total except for 1. Give me the under 46. Next matchup, Jets-Patriots, 1 o'clock Eastern start. The New York Jets are -6.5, totals 41. Half a point fade of the Jets, opened at 7. New York 2-5 straight up, 2-5 against the point spread. New England 1-6 straight up, 1-6 against the number. Now, the pitiful Pats are currently on a 6-game skid. They failed to cover the point spread in all of those games. Of course, this horrible Patriot offense, they average just 14 points a game, and they actually allow more sacks per contest than any other team except for 1. And they're facing a tough Jets defense who definitely likes to get, pressure on the quarterback. They're actually limiting opposing quarterbacks to just 16 completed balls per game. They're also 2nd in the NFL in passing defense. Give me the Jets, -6.5. Next game, Falcons-Bucks, 1 o'clock East. Atlanta's -3, totals 46. Half a point move toward the Falcons, open at 2.5. Atlanta 4-3 straight up, 3-4 against the point spread. Tampa Bay 4-3 straight up, 4-3 against the number. And unfortunately, I have no free pick available for you for that game. Next matchup, Titans-Lions, 1 o'clock East. Detroit's -11, totals 45. Half a point fade of Detroit. Opened 11.5. Now the Lions are 5-1 straight up, 5-1 against the point spread. Tennessee 1-5 straight up, 1-5 against the number. But as bad as the Titans have been, the defense continues to give opposing teams fits. As a matter of fact, the Titans still lead the league in defensive yards per game. The secondary also limits their competition to just 166 yards a game through the air. And even though this Detroit offense has certainly looked prolific, believe it or not, there are a few problem areas. For one, this is a heavily penalized offensive unit. Detroit's in the bottom 5 in penalty yards per game on offense. They're also in the bottom 5 in the NFC in fourth quarter scoring. Now, total-wise, the Lions did see 3 out of their last 5 stay under the line. Meanwhile, Tennessee saw unders versus the likes of Indy, New York Jets, and Chicago. Give me Tennessee +11. Under 45. All right, next matchup, Packers-Jaguars, 1 o'clock East. Green Bay is -3.5, totals 49 and a hook. 1 point fade of the Pack, open 4.5. Green Bay 5-2 straight up, 4-3 against the point spread. Jacksonville 2-5 straight up, 3-4 against the number. This Jags defense has definitely been quite pitiful. They allow more yards per play from scrimmage than any other team besides one. They're also dead last in the league in defensive quarterback rating. And unfortunately for Green Bay, they're 5th in yards per completion, 5th in yards per game on the ground. Give me Green Bay -3.5. Next matchup, Colts-Texans, 1 o'clock East. Houston's 4.5, total 46. 1.5 point fade of Houston in the early wagering, opened at 6. Houston's 5-2 straight up, 4-3 against the number. Indy 4-3 straight up, 6-1 against the point spread. And even though the Colts have been absolute covering machines, I do have concerns about their offense. Not sure if they can keep up with Houston in this one. The Colts are currently dead last in offensive completion percentage. They're also completing fewer throws a game than any other team except for one. And they're facing a tough Houston secondary who leads the league in defensive completion percentage. They're actually holding opposing quarterbacks to just 56% passing. And no real surprise here, folks. The Texans are 2nd in the league in total yards per game allowed. Give me Houston -4.5, under 46. Next game, Ravens-Browns, 1 o'clock East. Baltimore's 8.5, totals 44. 2 point fade of the Ravens, open 10.5. Baltimore 5-2 straight up, 5-2 against the point spread. Cleveland 1-6 straight up, 2-5 against the number. This Cleveland secondary is dead last in interceptions, bottom 3 in yards per completion. And they're facing a Baltimore club who leads the league in QB rating and total yards per game. Give me Baltimore -8.5, over 44. All right, next matchup, Bills-Seahawks, 4:05 Eastern start time. Buffalo's -3, totals 47. The Bills are 5-2 straight up, 4-3 against the point spread. Seattle 4-3 straight up, 3-4 against the number. The Seattle offense continues to roll, 8th in total yards, 1st in completed balls. This Bills defense actually allows nearly 24 completions a game. They're 29th in yards allowed per rush. Give me Seattle +3. Next matchup, Saints-Chargers, 4:05 East. The Chargers are -7, totals 41. Chargers 3-3 straight up, 3-3 against the point spread. Saints 2-5 straight up, 3-4 against the number. The Saints with unders against the likes of Kansas City and Philadelphia. Meanwhile, the Chargers saw all of their games this year stay under the total except for one. Of course, the Chargers do allow a league-low 13 points per contest. Meanwhile, the Saints' defense is 2nd in the league in defensive quarterback rating. Give the under 41. Next game, Bears-Commanders, 4:25 East. Chicago's -2, totals 43. Half a point move toward the Bears, open 1.5. Chicago 4-2 straight up, 5-1 against the point spread. Washington 5-2 straight up, 5-2 against the number. Now, the banged up Commanders did fail to cover against Baltimore and Tampa Bay this season. And I'll tell you what, their defense has not been overly impressive. They're actually in the bottom 3 in defensive quarterback rating. And they're facing a Chicago team who's averaging 32 points a game in their last 3 outings. When it comes to the total, no real shock here. All 3 of those games I just mentioned went over the total. Now, Washington, on the other side, they've seen their, fair share of overs. They went 5-2 to the over in their last 7. Give me the Bears -2, over 43. Next game, Panthers, Broncos, 425 East. Denver's 9.5, totals 41.5. 2-point move toward the Broncos, open 7.5. Denver 4-3 straight up, 5-2 against the point spread. Carolina 1-6 straight up, 1-6 against the number. The Panthers are in the bottom 5 in yards per game, second to last in QB rating. Meanwhile, Denver allows fewer yards per completion than any other secondary in the league. This defensive unit as a whole actually ranks first in defensive yards per play from scrimmage. Give me Denver -9.5, under 41.5. Next game, Chiefs, Raiders, 425 East. KC's -10, totals 42. Half a point fade of the Chiefs, open 10.5. KC undefeated on the season, 5-1 against the point spread, nearly perfect against the number. Las Vegas 2-5 straight up, 3-4 against the point spread. The Raiders allow over 26 points a game on defense, 26th in yards allowed per rush. Meanwhile, KC's a top 10 running team, 7th in completion percentage. When it comes to defensive play, the Chiefs allow only 17 points per contest. Give me Kansas City -10. Next matchup, Cowboys, Niners, 8:20 p.m. East. San Francisco's -4, totals 46. 1.5 point fade of the Niners, open 5.5. San Francisco 3-4 straight up, 3-4 against the point spread. Dallas 3-3 straight up, 2-4 against the number. The Cowboys did see overs in 4 out of their last 6. Meanwhile, the Niners saw overs against the likes of Seattle, New England, and the Rams. When it comes to defensive play, both teams do have some shaky areas that could potentially lead to an over. This Cowboys secondary is second to last in yards allowed per completion. Meanwhile, San Francisco, they're in the bottom 10 in second half points allowed. Give me the over 46. And with that, we're going to go into our next and final game for the video. Giants-Steelers, 8:15 Monday night. Pittsburgh's -6.5, totals 36.5. 1 point move toward the Steelers, open 5.5. Pittsburgh's 5-2 straight up, 5-2 against the point spread. Giants 2-5 straight up, 3-4 against the number. And unfortunately, folks, I have no free pick available for you for that game. And with that, folks, now it is time for our quick pick recap. I like the over 48 in the Vikings-Rams game. Eagles +3, over 47.5. Give me the under 46 in the Cardinals-Dolphins game. Jets -6.5, getting the job done against the number. I have no free pick available for you in the Atlanta-Tampa Bay game. Titans +11, under 45. Packers -3.5. Houston -4.5, under 46. Baltimore -8.5, over 44. Seattle +3, getting the job done against the point spread. Under 41 in the Saints-Chargers game. Bears -2, over 43. Broncos -9.5, under 41.5. Kansas City -10. I like the over 46 in the Dallas-San Francisco game. And unfortunately, I have no free pick available for you in the Giants-Steelers game. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium site. And if you do end up getting a membership here today on my premium page, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. They're going to be included with your membership. But most importantly, folks, got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site.